Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Had Homelander's Powers? And yeah, guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now, before continuing this, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yeah, guys, I really like your suggestion. I've been working on a lot of them, so don't worry. I've been working on What If Naruto Was a Full Uzumaki, What If Naruto Was Son of Hera and Zeus. I've been reading some fictions about Naruto, ex Percy Jackson. So yeah, to get an idea basically. So you don't have to worry about me not making your suggestions. I was just doing some research, that's all, because a lot of the animes that you suggest I haven't watched it yet. And it's kind of embarrassing. I did watch a lot of animes, but I kind of didn't watch a lot of action-packed animes. Okay, so yeah, I've been doing a lot of research. That's why it's taking a lot of time. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the story, and if you do, you know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Story begins in Konohagakure no Sato, 5 years later, the QB attack. We go towards an alleyway to see a kid hugging his knees as a mob was gathering around at the other end of the said alleyway. As the kid was shivering with fear. Please don't hurt me. These were the only words the kid was saying while the people glared at him viciously, smirking that they finally got the demon cornered. Unknown to them, he was nothing but a prop. A fake that was left behind his parents to train his other two Jinchuriki siblings. Not that even he knew that about, and not even the people, aside from the third Hokage, as he went along with their plan. As we see the kid shivering with fear, the people finally stood in front of him. He was shivering madly, his heart rate increasing. Please, don't hurt me. I never hurted anyone, the kid cried, pleaded to them. But all was returned to him was a vicious smirk. No, today she will pay the price for all those who have fallen against you. What do you mean? Well. Looks like the QB has forgotten after turning into a human form. QB? I'm not a QB. Silence, you monster, said a woman, an elder woman. Her name was Koharu. She was one of the elder. She, alongside Hamura, walked towards the child. They knew that he wasn't the one with the QB sealed inside of him, as they were there alongside Danzo. It was their plan to turn the child into a mindless drone. And even Hiruzen agreed to this. So that is why they were breaking the said child's mind by making people believe that he was the QB in human skin and making the child believe that he could only rely on them. It was their plan all along that after they tortured him to no end, Danzo and Hiruzen will come and train him so he could only rely on them. And surprisingly, his parents agreed. Even Kushina did. She wanted her heirs, those who resembled her, with red hair and violet eyes, to be the heir to Uzumaki and Namikaze clan. And Minato agreed, because both of his children were going to be the heroes, while Naruto was just an extra. So, they discarded him from their family, unknown to Naruto. Leave me alone! They were brought out of their stupor as Naruto raged upon them. His fear turned into anger. He was now fearless. He had nothing to lose. Suddenly, red beams came out of his eyes, splitting them in half as blood came everywhere. Naruto, for the first time, felt at peace that no one was going to hurt him. He smiled. Then he started to chuckle. The chuckle slowly turned into full-blown out laughter, a maniacal laughter. Now, it is time to get my revenge on them, Naruto said with a cruel smirk. Unknown to him, Hiruzen and Danzo was watching this from the globe. Their eyes widened. Oh no, we turned him into a monster. We have to put him down, Hiruzen. Yes, we have to. Unknown to them, Naruto has awoken something inside of him. Something that the Uzumaki sealed away within them. It was the Homelander and his powers, the cursed power of immortality. The power of having a so strong body that not even a dojutsu can hurt you. Not even the mighty Rinnegan wielder can hurt you. He can fly now. As Naruto started to levitate in the air, with a sonic boom, he was gone, breaking the sound barrier. He left the village, unknown for who knows how long. As Hiruzen sat down on his desk to write down a scroll what was occurring. As he sent the scroll with the help of his summoned Monkey King Enma towards the Land of Fire temple, where the Uzumaki clan house was situated. Inside that clan house was Naruto's family. Unknown to him, Naruto heard everything. He also gained super hearing. He could hear what the Hokage was planning for him. Unknown to them. As Naruto was floating above the village, "Soon, Konoha, I will return, and you shall burn. I will erase every single one of your shinobis out of existence. I vow to that. I vow to the name of Naruto." Naruto said with a vicious grin as he disappeared in air. Unknown to him or anyone, the scroll went back to the Land of Fire in Uzumaki Temple. Only Hokage knew about that. As we go inside the house to see a family having dinner until a small monkey came on their table. "What are you doing here, Enma?" asked Minato. "Everything's going fine?" "No. Their plan failed to mold your son into a weapon." "He's not my son," Kushina said. "He never was. He never will be. He was the reason why Kyuubi broke free, and these two have to suffer." "You humans are pathetic. Either way, here's your scroll." "Oh, and by the way," Enma said before vanishing away, "something will come back to bite you in the ass for those words, Kushina." Unknown to him, Naruto saw this with red glowing eyes. "Oh, so this is my family." "No. Kin deserters." Well. The fourth Hokage, the person I saw as a hero, is nothing more than a pussy who abandoned his own son for some bullshit of a prophecy, huh? We'll see to that. In due time, I will tell you what the consequences are of what you did. Naruto vanished again. But Jiraiya was the one who saw his cruel smirk and red glowing eyes. He felt a shiver run down his spine when he saw a kid flying there. He got the attention of both of the parents. "Someone's outside." "What do you mean, Jiraiya?" "I saw him. It was exact replica of Minato. It's no doubt Naruto. He has awakened a cursed power of Uzumaki." "No, it is impossible. Homelander's power was sealed away. He was a mass murderer." No, it can't be." Kushina was shivering. "She has just awakened the cursed power of Homelander that their whole clan perished to seal away. It wasn't the war that caused the Uzumaki clan extinction, it was Homelander. He arrived from a different dimension, and the Uzumakis were the one, along the rest of the villages, in the front lines to stop him, but there was a huge massacre in every village. They knew the name of a person who massacred them. But at the end, the whole Uzumaki clan fell, until Arashi Uzumaki, her grandfather, was the one who sealed his powers away. But she didn't know where. Unknown to her, it was within him. He was a power maniac, so he wanted that power of immortality. But unknown to him, it went towards his son, but still dormant, went towards his daughter, Kushina, her, and still dormant there, went towards her son, Naruto, in which the power was awakened. The Homelander has awakened again, and this time there will be no Arashi Uzumaki, because all his notes were destroyed in the destruction of Uchiha. The other villages respected their sacrifice, but no more less than Konoha. That is why she was taken there and became the next Jinchuriki. She always blamed Naruto for the Kyuubi breaking loose from her and putting the burden on her two other children. Minato in his heart also blamed his infant son for this, for being born. As Kushina was a shivering mess now. On the other side, Minato looked at his sensei and his shivering wife. What's going on, Kushina? As unknown to her, both of her children were listening. They never were told about another sibling. They were always told that they should care about family, but their parents turned out to be hypocrites. As they heard the tale of what occurred and what was the cause of the massacre of their clan, and after that, what happened at their birth, and what happened to their other sibling, and what was their parents' plan alongside the Hokage to turn him into. Mito gasped. She was horrified. Manmo on the other hand smirked. So what? He's pathetic. But that homelander power that Mom's talking about and looks so scared of. That homelander person, he massacred our whole clan, and our brother has awoken that power. What if he gets so strong that we can't kill him? As both of them suddenly felt a voice behind them. You don't have to worry about that. I will kill you both in due time. As the parents came rushing there after hearing the scream of both of their children. As they arrived there, they saw their son, giving them a cruel smirk, his eyes still glowing red. What are you doing here, you monster? Said Minato. I am a monster? What about you? You abandoned me, left me there in the den of wolves. But I'm not here to hurt you, not today at least. I'm here to give you a warning. You so-called pathetic excuse of shit's children here are the so-called child of prophecy, right? As both of them were silent. Right? Yes, they are, Minato said, wary of Naruto. So be it. Train them as hard as you can. I will wait for 10 more years. Yes, 10 more years. Until I kill them in front of your eyes, alongside you and your pathetic excuse of a shit village. Got it? I will destroy these whole elemental nations. I will travel as well. Learn from the greatest, while you two teach them. Teach them to be scums like you. Once I return, there will be hell of a payback for you. Naruto, wait! Naruto started to fly away as he was stopped by Mito. Please, we didn't know about that. So didn't I. But, blame your parents for this. If you don't arrive there, I will forgive you. If either one of you will die. No, please don't kill them. Look at that. A mother who loves her children but not her other son, who she blames, was the reason that Kyuubi broke free. You dipshit, it was because of your husband and because of your raging hormones you had sex in the first place, why your seal became loose. Naruto said, shocking them. It was because of you, not me. I didn't ask to be born. I didn't even ask to be your son. You know what? You abandoned me, right? But didn't disown me. I, Naruto, disowned you all. You are nothing but a piece of shit, excuse of trash in air, living in the plane of existence that I will erase soon enough. Goodbye for now. Naruto flew away at sonic boom speed. As Jiraiya was shaking in legs, Minato, I have to go talk to the Elder Toads. We have to find a way to stop him. Before he could go, a toad bobbed in front of him. It was Pa. Pa, what is going on? Jiraiya boy, there is a dire change in prophecy. Everyone felt chill run down their spine. What happened? Nothing good. The great toad elder sage passed away after saying these words. A great storm is coming, and it is because of your foolishness, your all foolishness. Every elemental nation was burning, as a man laughed with glowing red eyes floating in the air. As Jiraiya's eyes widened, did the man had blonde hair? Yes, and 3 whisker marks. As Kushina fell to the ground, we have to stop it. Kamamaru-sama passed away. He didn't know what to say. He was devastated. What about the summons? They can stop him, Minato said. We all died, Minato. Not even us survived. He made Madara look puny, like a little crying child. And from the looks of it, we are the reason why he's like that. On the other side with Naruto. Naruto was flying in the air until he heard a voice. Hey kid, I know what you feel. I was experimented my whole life I bought, and from the looks of it, you are my successor. You have the power of an immortal, a god. You can rule over them, destroy them, do as you wish. But please learn about Fuinjutsu, so they cannot seal you ever again. Naruto gained a cruel smirk. Thanks. What's your name? Homelander. Where are you? I was the gene that was absorbed by your great-grandfather, Arashi Uzumaki. That bastard absorbed me in order to gain my power, but I fought him off and remained dormant until I find the perfect host. And after seeing you, I was enraged. After so many years, I felt righteous fury and gave you my powers, kid. Now, it is your turn to be the tyrant that once I was, and show these pathetic excuse of scumbags what will they get once they mess with us. Oh, they will get what they deserve. You don't have to worry about that. 100 times more painful, Naruto said as he went towards Uchiha's ruin. As time passed from then on, as 10 years passed with the brink of sands passing through a fist, as time passed by, as Naruto during those 10 years trained a lot, lifted a lot, and not only that, trained in Uzumaki style taijutsu, forged a sword made out of chakra metal that was found in Uchiha Gakure's ruins. Because Uzumaki Kushina never took the liberty of visiting there, he learned all those mystic arts of Fuinjutsu, Kinjutsu, Taijutsu. He invented his own jutsus as well after unlocking his chakra. His chakra pools, he realized, were huge enough to be close enough to the nine-tailed Biju itself. Naruto gained a cruel smirk even more. He was going to devastate the whole elemental nation. As this was going on, he was approached by Zetsu, a Venus flytrap-like creature whose only ambition was to recruit him in order to get even with his siblings. Naruto wholeheartedly agreed. He wanted to get back at Konoha, at his siblings, and show them that what happens when you mess with a family member so bad that they turn evil. It was their creation, and it was their turn to face it. On the other side, Konoha was being cautious. 10 years has been passed. Minato and Kushina were now seriously afraid of what their son might do. During those 10 years, they gained a lot of regret in their heart for what they did, and so did Konoha. Once they returned, they announced that Naruto was their son and never was the Jinchuriki, much to the dismay of Koharu and Hamura. Inside the council chamber, many of the clan heads were glaring at them for making them believe that he was the Kyuubi. But when Minato announced he has turned into something more terrifying, they felt rightfully grateful that they did harm him, but not for long. When Minato revealed that he was going to be the cause of destruction for not only Konoha, but for the whole elemental nation alongside the whole summon clans, they became devastated, afraid that they created a monster that no one was going to be able to stop. As when Enma heard about this, he too gave a defeated sigh and looked at Hiruzen. I told you, Hiruzen, this will come back to bite you in the ass, old friend. I have to begrudgingly aid you against him. But if it ever threatens my whole clan, I will abandon you willingly. And so comes for the toads and slugs, said none other than Gamabunta and Katsuyu. As Tsunade, who was there now, and Jiraiya were wide-eyed at this. You can't do that. We have been your loyal summoners, said Tsunade. I know you have been, but if it causes our clan to go extinct, our main instinct is to protect it, not our summoners. We will gain new ones, but we will never gain our clan. Not after this devastation that is about to come unfold on all of you. As they were talking, on the other side in Amegakure, we see Naruto standing there, alongside Itachi, Kisame, and other Akatsuki members. As Pain said, Naruto, I have a mission for you. A mission that you ever so wanted. I think you're more than ready. I was born ready. What is it? Konoha, its time has come. We need the Jinchurikis. As Naruto gained a cruel smirk. Yes, yes we do. When do I leave? Tomorrow. Tomorrow is the start of Chunin exams. And the day the Konoha will perish. Good. Next day. Everything was going good in Konoha as this was the day the Chunin exam was about to begin. It was still early in the morning when a huge alarm went off. There were a lot of explosions as hundreds of Naruto shadow clones were circling in air around the whole village vicinity, shooting laser beams at everything, destroying everything, cutting open everyone in their way, shedding bloods like river in the alleyways. As the whole Anbu shinobis that stood in front of him were cut open like brutally, even those that traumatized him and tormented him were now afraid. Naruto firstly visited the original one, the orphanage in which he was kicked out, burning the eye holes of the martyrs in front of the children before killing all of them. As he left that place, he met with a silver-haired Jonin looking at him. So you finally came. Today I will beat you the same way I did the first day, Naruto. Ah, Kakashi Hatake. That asshole's last student, a hypocrite. Good. As two laser beams came from behind, cutting off both Kakashi's arms, in which Chidori's and Raikiri's were charged, as Kakashi screamed. Don't you think I came here prepared, Kakashi? I came prepared. Fully countermeasures for each and every one of you. As Naruto put his fingers in Kakashi's eye and squashed the eyeball inside of it, it was the Sharingan as Kakashi screamed, before Naruto lifted it up and cracked his neck, snapping it in half, crushing it in his fist, before throwing the dangling body of Kakashi Hatake on the floor. Pathetic. So much for the copying, ninja. Try copying your father for once. Playing dead. As Naruto left, walking towards the alleyway, killing left and right, he burned down the Ichiraku ramen. He burned down each and every food stock shop, as many of the Naruto clones were burning down. The shops, the houses, the clan compounds, and the clan people outside. As Konoha 12 came in front of him. Stop right there. Naruto, please. You don't have to do this. Oh, I do. You joined the Akatsuki, you damn monster, said Menma. Oh, but you hold a Kyuubi, not me. Yes, and he's a hero. When I hold the Kyuubi, or you so thought I was a monster. How come he's a hero? Why don't I show you his true face? What are you trying to do? As Naruto vanished in blinding speeds, forming hand seals with blinding speeds and smashing both in Menma's and Mito's guts. As their skin started to fade away, they entered the full states. Now be good pets and murder all your friends. And the enraged Kyuubis fight Menma and Mito started to tear off their friends, their limbs, as Naruto cackled maniacally, until Hiruzen Sarutobi, Danzo, Koharu, and Hamura came. With grim looks, so you came finally. Ah, the bitch and the bastards, finally here. You know, I wanted to shred you all to pieces, but thanks to my colleague Itachi Uchiha, I can now give you your personal health, Infinite Tsukiyomi. Burn here for all eternity. As they went through 18 years worth of torture. Naruto went 3 years worth, they went 18 each. When the torture stopped, they were drooling for their mouths, foaming and peeing their pants. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, the third Hokage, the Kamino Shinobi, at my feet, peeing and foaming from his mouth like a pathetic excuse of a bitch he is. Feels good. Feels so good. As Naruto, with his laser vision, ripped each and every piece of their body into cube-sized pieces and took leverage of enjoying their screams and grunts that they were still shedding. And after that, it was turned for the clan heads, and one by one each and every clan head fell, butchered in the most gruesome way ever thinkable. Tsunmi watched her daughter Hana being split in half, then her Ninken partner ripped out of his mouth in half, and Kiba, that poor boy, castrated and split open with his laser vision from within half. Tsunmi was broken, but that was nonetheless. Naruto first cut her both arms and then both her legs, leaving her head attached to her incapacitated body. Hiyashi's eyes were burned, and so were the other clan heads. One by one, each and every one of them fall, until Inoshika Cho remained. Choza went after Naruto, but Naruto squashed his giant hand with his tiny fingers as the man howled in pain. As Naruto punched him so hard in the gut, he puked out his instant eyes from his mouth. Oh, the mighty Choza has fallen. Who next? As Shikaku Nara, with his anger, charged at Naruto with his shadow possession jutsu, as it possessed Naruto. As Naruto still started to walk towards him. How can you not stop? I am a god now. You cannot stop me. As Naruto lifted him up from the ground. Say hello to Shinigami for me now. As Shinigami appeared behind him, I started to suck on the soul of none other than Nara Shikaku as he screamed in agony. And there laid the skeleton of him on the ground as Inoichi Yamanaka was crying his eyes out as his legs were shaking. Please, please don't kill me. Please, don't hurt me. Ah, the mighty clan head had tried to break my mind on multiple occasions when I tried the same way. Don't. How about I kill you the same way you planned to kill me? As Naruto activated his own enemy's jutsu, mind possession jutsu, as Naruto inside his mind raped his wife, daughter, splitted them open, raped them again. After doing this over and over and over again until Inoichi's eyes rolled behind his head, breaking it completely, as Naruto then made a chakra chain and stabbed him through the guts, twisting it badly as possible. As then he heard a voice. Don't you had enough, Naruto? Please, I know we made a mistake, but you don't have to do this. Well, well, well. Look what we have here, the two legendary Sanins, and my disowned godparents. What can I do for you? First of all, you have to stop this, Kaki. Then we'll talk. Right, like I'm going to do that. Here's a present for you, before I kill you. As Naruto threw a scroll at Jiraiya and Tsunade, as they laid it on the ground. Go on, open it. I promise I won't hurt you. For now. As when the scroll was opened, it revealed Orochimaru's terrified face. Only head, not the body. Orochimaru died, crying. From the looks of it, he pleaded for his life. You monster! You killed him! Ah, a monster killing a little monster. Isn't it right? Isn't it righteous? You will pay for this, Tsunade said, as she charged at Naruto and punched him so hard on the face with her Byakugo seal activated, but Naruto didn't even flinch. Was that supposed to hurt? Why don't I show you how it hurts? Naruto with all his stride punched Tsunade as she flew with a sonic boom in the air, going rapidly towards the space as Naruto flew towards the air with a sonic boom. As she punched her again, sending her even further. Her face was broken, and so were her ribs. Her tears were falling from her eyes from the pain. She, Tsunade Senju, was crying from pain that she was feeling. Ah, does it hurt? How about I send you to hell? As Naruto punched her again, sending her straight through the sun. When she entered the sun, her body started to burn. When she exited, she was nothing more than a skull. As Naruto grabbing that, returned with a blackened skull and backbone and threw it at Jiraiya, who was now at his knees. His legs were cut off. You will pay for this. I have already done. It is time for you guys to pay. And me for the one to be taking the payment, Naruto said, crushing her skull. As Jiraiya shed tears, before Naruto stomped over to Jiraiya and put his feet on his skull. "Good night, Jiraiya," as he crushed his feet, killing them. On the other side, Kushina and Minato were able to regain their children back. They saw the destruction that was caused there. Nothing left. Everyone was dead. The civilian, the Hanbus, the shinobis, all of them were dead. Then they saw each and every clone of Naruto poof away as the original landed in front of them. He was wearing a Katsuki robe, and his fingernails were all black now. Black shinobi sandals and black pants, and an Uzumaki jacket, a red jacket with a swirl. "I, as the ancestor of the Uzumaki, hereby banish you from the Uzumaki clan." As the Uzumaki swirl came behind Manma, Mito, and Kushina, as Minato's eyes widened, it was the banishment seal. As the kin deserter kanji came on their forehead, as the Uzumaki, all tendencies left their body. The regeneration, the longevity, all left their body. Kushina gained wrinkles and her hair turned silver. "How do you know that jutsu? You never took the leverage of visiting the Uchiha. I did. After learning everything, I burned everything." So there's no way you can do that. As Minato used Hakai Fuin to seal Naruto in rage as Shinigami appeared, but Naruto did one hand seal. Instead of him, it was Minato's soul that was sealed there. "Now you will be sealed here for all eternity, seeing the death of your family by my hands again and again and again, Fourth Hokage. There will be nothing you can do about it." Perfect punishment for you, or your soul. As Minato's soul left his body, it was chained there to the ground. In front of him, Naruto started to massacre his son. He grabbed both of Menma's hands and pressed them inside his own body, ripping out his both lungs from the beneath side in X formation as Menma screamed until Naruto punched his head straight through his body, exiting from his bottom. Menma was dead. As Mito screamed in horror as Naruto started to march towards her. Please don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I told them not to. They made me." "Oh, but I never forgive." As Naruto, with his red eyes, cut her in half as her upper body slid down from her lower half, leaving trails of blood. As soul of Minato screamed, as tears started to form in his eyes, as Naruto started to walk towards Kushina, who was running away. Naruto grabbed her by the hair and put both of his feet on her back shoulders, grabbed her hair and started to push on her skull backwards. Her backbone with her skull was stripped out of her living body as Minato screamed at the agony screams of his wife, but no avail. As Naruto put his wife's skull to the ground in front of him, squashed it with his foot with a cruel smirk. "They're all dead now. Enjoy the rewind show for all eternity," Naruto said. No, Minato said, before Naruto, with a cruel laughter, flew away. What occurred in Konoha was live broadcasted by Akatsuki through the other villages. They were shell-shocked what occurred. They were fearful. They all formed a band to go against Akatsuki. Akatsuki knew they had a weapon, Naruto, so they accepted the war, but Naruto betrayed them at the main point. Akatsuki died at the hand of the 4 elemental villages, and Naruto started to kill all of the villages one by one. Each and every village fell down, and when the last shinobi was left alive, it was none other than Fu, who had suffered the same fate as Naruto. But she was a shinobi nonetheless. But Naruto didn't kill her. He found peace in her, and she found peace in him. Chaume was the only Biju left alive, while she was the only shinobi that was left alive. Naruto married her, and she happily accepted. Both of them had a son. Naruto named him Homelander. He had tan skin, Fu's eyes, blonde hair. Unknown to them, it was Homelander who was born, and was thankful that he had a family, not an experiment this time. His memories of the past life were intact, but he was going to change now, for good. because civilians started to emerge. Chakra has vanished from the very face of the earth. Everything was going great until the Otsuzukis came in Naruto's doorstep demanding for chakra. Naruto showed them that they shouldn't mess with him and kill each and every one of the Otsuzukis slowly and painfully as possible. Ishiki escaped, crying and begging like a child with half of his body. Kaguya was watching this and was grateful for once that her son sealed her way there, so she shouldn't have to go through that what the whole planet went through. Everyone feared Naruto and his family, but they didn't knew where he lived. Soon many years passed and Naruto's tale became a legend, a myth. But sometimes still, whenever a shinobi is born, Naruto's red glowing eyes could be seen, reminding them that if they ever turn evil or bad or power hungry, he's still out there, lurking, waiting for them to strike first, and then he will strike and kill them once and for all. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out.